Sachs family and reach out to them and took care of them without being asked. That's what Tunnel to Towers does. And I hope and I pray that they never, ever, ever have to have anything to do with Central Virginia. I hope that there's no first responders family or military family that needs their services. But if they do, let's pay it forward by supporting Tunnel to Towers. So we're going to have a golf tournament. It's coming up, less than a month, September 22nd. It's a Tuesday, Hunting Hawk Golf Club in Glen Allen. I think I've got 2 tee box sponsors. You can buy the sign that goes in the tee box. If you want to come out and sponsor the tournament, you want your business to come out, come on out. We'll put you out of the hole. You can say hi to every golfer that walks through. Bring a tent. We'll put you out there all day. If you want to play, we're still looking for foursomes. If you want to play and support this great tournament, we're looking for foursomes right now. So go to WRVA.com/golf. Sign up to play, sign up to support, help us raise money for Tunnel to Towers. And we're going to pay it forward. And again, I hope and I pray that we never, ever, ever have to have them help anybody here in Central Virginia. But if we do, the money that we raise will go towards that and all the great things that they do. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually reaching out. We're going to find some people that have actually had Tunnel to Towers step up for their families. And hear some of the stories of how these heroes at their very, very, their family at their very, very lowest point got picked up by Tunnel to Towers. It's an amazing organization. I'm so proud that we're associated with them. And again, for Jeff Katz, this is right up his alley because they do take care of police and first responders. So I know it's important to Jeff and it's important to me. And my passion for the military is I get ready for my son to go serve when he graduates. So we want to do everything we can to support our military families and our first responders. So WRVA.com/golf, WRVA.com/golf. If you can play, great. You want to donate, great. You want to sponsor it. If you have a business that wants to come out, a small business wants to come out and sponsor, we'll take that as well. You want to come out and hang out that day? We'd love to have you. It's Tuesday, September 22nd, Hunting Hawk Golf Club in Glen Allen. Please, 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 please help us support this fantastic organization. And we're going to raise money and support them in every way that we can. It's important to me. It's important to Jeff. Hope it's important to you. Again, go to golf.com. Let me get this right. Sorry. Hey, I'm just getting back into the swing of things, Super Dave. I kind of like sleeping in until 8 o'clock.
That is kind of nice.
Yeah. Sleeping in a little bit later was nice. Kind of weird staying up until midnight sometimes. So I'm getting back into the rhythm. So it's WRVA.com/golf, WRVA.com/golf to find out more information, to sign up and help support us as we raise money for this wonderful organization. And you're going to hear some of the stories of what they do and how they've done it and how it's so important. So thanks to everybody who signed up so far to play. Still need some more golfers. Come on out, spend the day with us. I think it's a 9 a.m. Shotgun start. So we'll have you out of there in plenty of time if you want to go back to work on Tuesday, but it's going to be a beautiful day out there. We spent some time at the course, and most important, we're going to raise money for a great cause, Tunnel to Towers. Okay. We can open up the phone lines right now, so I want to go with this a little bit early, Super Dave. So walking around D.C. and then spending all this time and spending a lot of time in the car listening to podcasts and Fox News and Newsmax and CNN and all the rest, I think it's just kind of slapped us all in the face right now that there is a shift in our society, and it is quite honestly terrifying to me. And I want to hear from you right now, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. I don't mean to scare. I'm not being a shock jock. I'm not trying to scare you. But the fact of the matter is, if we don't wake up, if we don't stand up, if we don't speak up right now, the idea of Marxism that has taken such strong root right now. This is a weed in the garden that we have here that's called America. And that weed is growing stronger. It's putting in deeper roots. And it's being led by people like Bernie Sanders. Remember, Bernie Sanders was once just like this kook fringe guy out on the left. And he was a socialist. I'm like, that'll never take. And then we got AOC. That'll never take. Then we got the Squad. That'll never take. Then we got Zoran Mamdani. And I warned you, when AOC brought him to D.C. and the Democratic caucus went and paid homage to him. Remember they had that breakfast and they all showed up to talk to him? I said, he's being elevated to this place that is not normal. And now he's talking about, I'm going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. I'm freezing the rents. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And then he now has brought in a whole slew of Democratic socialists. And the Democratic socialists are not quiet anymore. They think they've got the power. They think they've got the juice. They think they've got what it takes right now. And they're not afraid to tell you, here's what they want to do. They want to eliminate the United States Senate. They want to eliminate the presidency of the United States. They want to do away with the Supreme Court, private property, ICE, Border Patrol, in prisons. Earlier today, read a text message that said, well, if all these people like communism so much, tell them to move to Cuba.
1 minute.
They're not going to move to Cuba. They're going to take their idea of this communist utopia that they've all been promised that's failed everywhere else, and they're going to bring it to the United States, and that's exactly what they're doing. So if you're saying, hey, if you like communism so much, go over there, that's not what they're doing. They're bringing that over here. Are you alarmed by this? So I have a question for you. Your kid came home this summer. Your grandkid came home this summer from college. You have someone under the age of 30. I'm going to tell you why they're turning to Marxism, and it's scary. But I want to know, why do you think these kids are embracing this radical Marxist ideology that's led to the death of millions of people? Why do you think they're so dissatisfied with America today that they're willing to turn their back on things like the presidency, the Senate, and our way of life? We'll talk about that coming up, but I'm ready for your telephone calls, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. All right, we'll continue with you. I'm Rich Ferreira. Thanks for joining us here on News Radio WRVA. Today's program brought to you in part by Men's Wellness Centers. So thousands of guys will walk through their doors for over